Mr. Speaker,
Order. Questions for oral answer. Associate Professor Walter Teixeira.
Question 1, sir.
Mr. Speaker, we will need a combination of funding methods to finance the various climate change adaptation measures. Smaller scale infrastructure, like localized flood barriers for public assets, such as hospitals and bus depots, can be funded from the budgets of ministries. For long-lived major infrastructure, such as sea walls, the government will look to the option of borrowing to spread the cost across the generations which will benefit. Where the measures include land reclamation, the land reclamation costs can already be met from past reserves. Parliament debates and approves the supply bill every year. Under the supply bill, the government seeks approval for development expenditure, which includes land reclamation costs. The land created through reclamation will be protected as part of past reserves. And when such land is subsequently sold, the proceeds accrue fully to past reserves. So the reclamation of land is, in essence, a conversion of past reserves from financial assets to state land. And the use of such reserves, or the use is not a draw on past reserves. The use of past reserves to fund reclamation costs is in accordance with the Reserves Protection Framework, which is agreed between the President and the government. The government provides the President with a statement on land-related expenditures annually. MOF will continue to study equitable and sustainable ways to finance the full suite of climate adaptation measures we need to protect our island.
Associate Professor Walter Teixeira.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank the Minister for that reply. So I just wanted to clarify. My understanding would be that when the supply bill is passed each year as a part of the budget, the policy then will be that any land reclamation costs will be clearly listed in that year's budget. The cost of that will be taken from the past reserves and therefore will not be required to come from current tax expenditure. And in the future, when the value of that land will be realized, it will be passed back to past reserves. So in other words, if the commitment then that in all such cases, the cost of land reclamation will be coming from past reserves without a drawdown on or the requirement to raise taxes currently, or is it going to be flexible based on the finance minister at the time?
Mr. Speaker, as I've said just now, the Reserves Protection Framework already allows the government to use the past reserves for all land reclamation projects. That is already the case today, and that's the basis for which we operate currently.